Hard facts for each you live from our studios on Etimi and Christian Victoria Island here in Lagos, Nigeria. It's Balogun and Broad. That is what we want to bring to you right now. And this time we're taking a stroll down to Broad Street to take a look at what is happening with the interest rate that has been hiked by the CBN and how this is affecting or how this will affect businesses in the country. The CBN governor, Olayemi Cardoso, disclosed that there's going to be a hike in the interest rate. He said this at the end of the 154th Monetary Policy Committee meeting, MPC meeting, Abuja, yesterday. He said the decision to further hike the rate was that of 11 of the 12-member Monetary Policy Committee present at the meeting. One person apparently. So the MPR set by the MPC of the CBN is a benchmark of the interest rate charged by banks to their customers. So you know already what this means. If you have some facilities with your bank, you know what this translates into, right? Okay. Now, as part of efforts to tame inflation, the CBN earlier on Tuesday raised its benchmark lending rates by 50 basis points to 27.25%. Now, we want to ask some salient questions as regards what this means for businesses, what this means for the country. I've got joining me on the show, Dr. Muda Yusuf, founder and executive director, Center for the Promotion of Private Enterprise. Dr. Yusuf, thank you so much for joining us on the show today.
Thank you very much, Sheriff. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir. Let's start this way, if I may. What is the fate of businesses? Some people are saying small businesses big, but I want to look at businesses holistically. Either you are big or you are small. With this new hike now, I mean, what is going on? What could be the direct impact of this on businesses generally in navigating, especially this harsh economic climate?
Well, the impact is very obvious, really, because you don't have to be an economist to appreciate that the cost of funds in the Nigerian economy, I'm talking about cost of borrowing in the Nigerian economy, is extremely very high. And it is bad enough that we already had interest rates hovering around 30% before the latest hike. And as a business person, no matter what level of business you are, I mean, what kind of business do you want to do that will give you a return that will enable you to be able to pay that kind of interest rates? It's practically impossible, you know? And this is like practically disconnecting the business community, particularly those who are doing genuine businesses, from the financial system. You can't, as a manufacturer, go and take money at 30%, 35%. You can't, as somebody who's investing in real estate, go and take money at 30% or even 25%. You can't, as an industrialist, go and take money at that kind of rate. Even as somebody who's investing in broadcasting, you are Sheriff, where you are. How much money are you making from adverts? So go and borrow money at that rate. Excuse me. So this is not good for business at all. And that is why I feel that the CBN should also be having a more holistic look at the economy. This is not just about looking at interest rate and looking at inflation. Looking at whether inflation rate is higher than interest rate.
That's where Dr. Yusuf, that's where I want to go, because some of the reasons they gave is that this will help moderate inflation, and I'm wondering, like, we all know that the headline inflation that we have is food inflation. We don't have enough food being produced locally here, so that's a problem. So how will hiking interest rate help with food inflation, for instance? Please help me connect the dot, Dr. Muda Yusuf, if you can.
No. There's a very weak connection, really. Because I find it difficult to really properly connect it. Because some of these economic management models don't fit that well or that perfectly into our own system. If you have an economy where that is highly credit driven, I mean, if you take places like UK or US, practically everybody is going around with credit cards. You buy practically everything on credit.
True.
So each time there is any issue about interest rates, it automatically affects aggregate demand. Whether you are talking about buying houses or buying cars or buying something, I mean, some of these household equipment, most of these are credit driven. So the model of hoping that hiking interest rates can influence inflation or influence demand can work in those kind of environments. In this kind of environment, the people you are punishing are just investors. The few investors who have struggled to go and, mortgage their properties, mortgage their vehicles, mortgage everything to the banks to be able to raise credit. And I can tell you, between yesterday and today, and before the end of the week, many people that have borrowed money from the bank will start receiving new notices of an upward review of their rates. And what will you do? It puts a lot of pressure on businesses. And these are businesses that already go through a lot. They are going through a lot with respect to exchange rates. The CBN was talking about exchange. I hear now that the exchange rate situation is even worsening, even today. A journalist just told me that parallel market is already getting close to 1,007.
Oh my!
That is very scary. That is despite the high in interest rates. So what are we benefiting from this? So I think we need to have a much broader look at the economy. We need to have a rethink about some of this orthodox monetary policy that the CBN has been doubting that it is doing. I'm not saying the orthodoxy is bad, but we need to define boundaries. We need to reckon with the peculiarities of the economy in which we are operating. We need to understand the peculiar variables that are driving these prices. You talked about energy costs. You talk about food inflation. Now, if you hike interest rates, how is that going to bring down the cost of food? If you still have insecurity, if you still have a problem of logistics. If you hike interest rates, how is that going to bring down the cost of diesel? Or the cost of PMS? Or the cost of gas? So we have to be realistic, and we need to be less academic.
Talking about being academic, Dr. Yusuf, talking about being academic, the CBN also said that this new interest rate would certainly attract foreign direct investment for people to bring their investment into the country because it will provide some level of confidence in the economy, that the economy is buoyant enough to accept their investment. How viable is this argument?
Are you talking of portfolio investment?
Portfolio investment, yes.
No. You see, portfolio investors or investment are not reliable investments. In fact, they are major sources of volatility in any economy because they are like fair weather friends. They come in here, they take advantage of high interest rates where the indigenous or domestic investors are struggling. They just fly in, take advantage of high interest rates, cash in and cash out. They don't have any serious stake here. Even if they bring in their forex, the forex doesn't stay long because you can't tie them down. So that, for me, it's not a sustainable model in terms of trying to restore stability in the economy. Because if you're going to have this kind of things, particularly this forex issue, the real investment that we need are the foreign direct investment, and more importantly, domestic investors. Because we seem to underestimate the importance of people who are investing domestically. And these are the people that are actually driving the economy. They are the people providing almost over 90% of the jobs. We fly over them and be looking for foreign investors, be looking for foreign portfolio investors. Just as one of our big investors said, if the local investors are doing well, that will attract foreign investors. Charity must begin at home. So I'm not a fan of this portfolio investment because it's not reliable, it's very volatile. You can't rely on it for anything. And at the slightest disruption, they fly out and they create a lot of gaps in the economy.
Vacuum, yes.
So
yes.
for me, I don't think it's a valid argument, really. And the CBI have been talking about excess liquidity.
Yeah, I was going to go there.
Where is excess liquidity coming from?
I was going to go there.
Businesses are complaining of their cash trapped. Many of them are declaring losses. Will you now say that they have excess liquidity?
They said, the CBN said, they made an argument. They said that, during the last administration, quite a number of cash was printed by Emefiele CBN through the Ways and Means process. So they flooded the economy with too much cash in the system, that this is a way to mop up those excess liquidity. You seem to disagree with that argument.
No. I don't think that argument will stand. Now, the Ways and Means was a problem. Cumulatively over 8 years, I think it rose to about 23 trillion. But between then and now, I think we have been managing. We talk about securitization of the Ways and Means. Some of those things have been taken up by the Debt Management Office. They have been raising bonds and all of that to reduce the macroeconomic effects of those Ways and Means. And under this administration, according
network. I'm loving this conversation with Dr. Muda Yusuf, really. What's there not to love? Because there's a lot of insights being provided by Dr. Muda Yusuf. Let's hope that he rejoins us. We're having a bit of connection issue. Okay, Dr. Muda Yusuf, you're back. Yes, we lost you for a bit. You were discussing the Ways and Means.
Yes. So the Ways and Means under the administration, they have been they have been very strict. And the CBN governor confirmed that. So we cannot continue to hang everything on that. If we need to go back to the drawing board to review some of our reform models, so be it. Because nothing is perfect. We review it in the light of the outcomes. Because the pressure coming from all sides, this is too much. Because this is a time that both the citizens and businesses want some relief. Because we are taking a hit from forex, we are taking a hit from energy costs, we are taking a hit from cost of clearing your cargo at the ports because of import duty. Then we are taking a hit again from the cost of fund. This is a time to begin to bring some relief, which is what the fiscal authorities are trying to do now with the stabilization, the economic stabilization plan, which is now cutting import duties, giving some waivers here and there, even though the implementation has been very slow. That is the direction we should be going. So if the monetary authorities cannot even give relief, they should not add to the burden. You can feel the surprise, even within the financial community. Nobody was expecting that. There's a hike in MPR. Then we move a CRR to 50%.
50%, yes. 50 basis points, yes.
That's a lot. What happens to financial intermediation? Then we still retain this asymmetric corridor at plus 500 basis points, around the MPR, which means that even the MPR can go as far as 32.5%. That's the implication. That's the implication of that asymmetric corridor being as high as plus 500 basis points. So I think it's something that we need to worry about, and I think the monetary authorities need to be looking beyond just monetary aggregates. They should be looking at the larger economy. They should be looking at the health of businesses. They should be looking at job creation. They should not be looking at people who are investing in bond or investing in treasury bills. Because these are the people that all these things will benefit. And when you invest in bonds and invest in treasury bills, what value is that bringing to the economy? What value? And some of these investments are even enjoying very generous tax concessions. Whereas those who are investing in the real economy are going through this kind of stress. I think we need to review the economic management model and put the real economy at the center of the economic objectives. And put the people too at the center of economic management.
Talking about that, Dr. Yusuf, Lagos, please get ready. I'll open the telephone lines now so you can ask Dr. Yusuf your question. Talking about putting people at the center of everything. The American government, they cut their tax, their interest rate. UK, they are keeping their interest rate. Japan is keeping their interest rate, and a lot of people were expecting that Nigeria would at least keep the interest rate with the way it is and not hike it. If not drop it, at least keep it there. And you mentioned a model. It's like, would you say that the custodians of our economy are looking at global model, or they have their own model in mind to revive our economy, to instill confidence of investors in our economy? Because like you said, a lot of economic analysts were quite shocked. They were quite surprised when they heard that this has been hiked, because a lot of people felt that would at least have some benefits of economies, global are holding or cutting their interest rates that may likely benefit our own economy. Then we hearing this, and that brings to mind the approach that you've mentioned. Are we looking at global template here, or we have our own direction that we're headed, and we have our own aim that we're headed in terms of economic management? How does it appear to you as an expert in this sector?
Well, the way it appears to me, I can't claim to be an expert, by the way. but the way it appears to me is that we are working too much with this IMF, World Bank kind of template of economic management. The CBN, at the moment, under this administration, has been very, very clear that it was committed to returning monetary policy to the orthodox, model. That's orthodox monetary policy, which means that it's like adopting all these IMF templates almost 100%.
Hook, line, and sinker.
Everything is about market. There is very little recognition for what you call market failure. There is very little recognition for the social implications of policy. And these things are important. There are little consideration for issues of development. What is a developing economy? If you expose the economy entirely to market elements, the economy cannot progress. You have to step in here and there, just as the Asian economies did. And you need the force of government to be able to do things to shape the economy in a particular direction. You cannot afford to expose the economy entirely to variables of the market. I'm not saying market is good, but we need to define boundaries. I just realized so many sectors now. How many of those sectors now can access money from the financial market? Are we saying we don't need those sectors? Are we saying those sectors you go and be collecting money from their relatives or from where to be able to fund business?
Dr. Yusuf.
The essence of banking is financial intermediation.
Dr. Yusuf, when we return, I want to talk to you about businesses and survival, because we hear the employment figures have gone up as well, now added to this. But we'll be right back. Lagos, stay with us.
More news and information coming up. We'll be back in a moment.
I'm in love. Sonia tomato mix, stand up. Is it to open? Is it to squeeze? Is it to scoop? And is it to stir?
Sonia tomato mix in a new stand-up pouch.
Lagos State Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture and Sterling Bank invite you to World Tourism Day 2024 celebration with the theme Tourism and Peace. Come experience our rich heritage with lots of exciting activities and free gifts. Please visit sarista.com/World Tourism Day to register and get your tickets. Entry is free but requires registration. Date is September 27th at Muda Kuala Park, Victoria Island, Lagos. Time is from 10 a.m. So mark your calendars for a day of fun and culture. World Tourism Day is organized by Lagos State Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture and Sterling Bank. See you there.
This one where I see you, I know say better don't shell.
Yes, so now better from Nigerian Breweries PLC. Then say make we shareholders join more to our shares.
Ogbonge investor. So Yusuf don't hear about the Nigerian Breweries PLC rights issue offer of 22,607,491,232 ordinary shares of 50 kobo each at 26 naira 50 kobo per share.
No, be say only here. I don't gather money to participate. I just can't tell you, make better thing I'll pass you by.
Thank you, my personal person.
Oh yeah, as Ogbonge shareholders, make una run go participate for the Nigerian Breweries PLC rights issue offer. We don't open on Monday, September 2nd, 2024 and go close on Friday, October 11, 2024. For more information, make you contact your stockbroker or bank. You fit also visit www.nbplc.com to download the form, complete and submit them with evidence of payment no later than Friday, October 11, 2024 for any of the participating issuing houses, stockbrokers or banks. Nigerian Breweries PLC, them they win with Nigeria.
Hey there! Yes, you! You just won 5,000 naira cash! And you, sitting by the side, there's 1 month Showmax subscription to watch the Premier League waiting for you! You behind! Of course! You're not left out! How does 1,000 naira airtime and 2,000 naira Uber discount sound? All this could come true when you buy the No Unwrap and Win pack. Open it, look for a cube with a 6-digit code on its wrapper, text the code to 8011 and follow the prompts to stand a chance to win any of these instant prizes. Promo valid from July till December. Terms and conditions apply. Get extra value on the No Unwrap and Win pack. No, eat for good.
Looking for ways to overcome challenges in your career journey? The perfect time to step into a world of opportunity is now. At Markets for You, a trusted, well-renowned online trading company with over 17 years of experience and customers spread across the globe. Discover a new way to earn and learn by copying top traders from around the world. No previous experience required. If you're over 18, you can start earning profits from the comfort of your home today. Visit www.marketsforyou.com or call 0912-779-0500, 0912-779-0500 today to start your journey towards financial independence with Markets for You.
Standing in the right corner is every investor's pride, offering affordable yet profitable homes to investors in Lekki, Horizon Estates. And in the left corner, the destroyer of currencies and the nightmare of investors, inflation.
Horizon Estate will always beat inflation hands down.
No, this one looks tough. I think I'll put my money elsewhere.
Where else can you find a rewarding asset that will appreciate at a very impressive rate and even secure you a lifetime returns of millions in rental income? My friend, Horizon Estate is the way to go. Make a winning investment decision today with Horizon Estates. Own a 3-bed apartment by Lekki Phase 1 at 69.99 million naira outright payment. Offer valid till October 2nd. For more details, call 0700-123-9002 or visit hzelekki.com. Horizon Estate. If our prices don't sway you, our quality will.
In Nigeria, the weather can change in an instant. Just like life itself, even when you are caught in a heavy downpour or harmattan has left your skin dry, there's one thing that never changes: the restoring power of Vaseline Petroleum Jelly. Because we all know when harmattan strikes, if you are not protecting your skin, it cracks. So do your lips, and no one wants that. So use Vaseline Petroleum Jelly to keep your skin healthy, smooth, moisturized, and protected all day long, so you can embrace every season with confidence.
If you get the big dreams to do big things, lonely day with red money. If you get the big dreams to do big things, lonely day with red money. If
loans of up to 7 million naira on Rain Money. Call 0700 5000 500 or visit rainmoney.com to get started now.
Imagine thinking you bought an unlimited data plan, but the next thing we hear is,
oh, this data has finished again.
Well, that's what happens when you don't buy a truly unlimited data plan.
Enjoy truly unlimited data with unlimited speed-based data plans from Airtel. Visit www.airtel.com.ng/HBB to buy now. Airtel, a reason to imagine.
It's a new era. The UEFA Champions League is back. The best clubs in Europe clash in the most dramatic fixtures. Watch the UEFA Champions League live on SuperSport. Upgrade to Compact Plus and stay connected. DSTV, your home of football.
Enter the Onga Taste the Millions promo with 250 million naira worth of cash and prizes to be won. To stand a chance to win, buy any of the new promotional packs, take one empty sachet of the Onga 90Q pack or 2 empty sachets of the Onga 50Q pack to the collection center closest to you and exchange the sachets for a scratch card. Scratch the card to reveal a unique code. Text the code to 1393. Promo runs from September to October 2024. For further inquiries, visit www.ongamillionspromo.com. Terms and conditions apply.
Hi, I'm Natasha Kimani. I'm a governance and public policy expert and the host of Talk to Me Direct podcast. Talk to Me Direct is produced by Luminate. Luminate is a global foundation working to ensure that everyone, especially those underrepresented, have the information, rights, and power to influence decisions that affect their lives. In the next episode, we dissect the power of youth organizing in building strong democracies with Chineye Wanaka.
Start where you are. It's okay to start small. You don't despise the days of humble beginnings, But with persistency, with perseverance, you get to your destination.
Like and subscribe to Talk to Me Direct wherever you get your podcasts.
Attention, all secondary schools, get ready to speak up, stand out, and make your voice heard. I Beg to Differ Secondary School Debate Tournament Season 8 is here. If you have the passion, the skills, and the will to win, this is your moment. Auditions for this year's season kicks off on Monday, September 16th and run until September 30th. Don't miss this chance to compete with the brightest minds in Lagos. How to enter? Visit www.nigeriainfo.fm. Click on the I Beg to Differ banner on the homepage. Choose only one out of 3 topics listed. Argue 2 minutes in favor of and 2 minutes against the topic you chose. Upload your 4 minutes recording in MP3 format. Fill in your other details and submit. This is open to secondary school students between the ages of 13 and 16. Register now and prove that you have what it takes to be an I Beg to Differ champion. I Beg to Differ Debate Season 8, the Tournament of Champions.
Hey there! Yes, you! You just won 5,000 naira cash! And you, sitting by the side, there's 1 month Showmax subscription to watch the Premier League waiting for you! You behind! Of course! You're not left out! How does 1,000 naira airtime and 2,000 naira Uber discount sound? All this could come true when you buy the No Unwrap and Win pack. Open it, look for a cube with a 6-digit code on its wrapper, text the code to 8011 and follow the prompts to stand a chance to win any of these instant prizes. Promo valid from July till December. Terms and conditions apply. Get extra value on the No Unwrap and Win pack. No, eat for good.
Hey, Brekete, don't buzz Brekete with Glow Brekete 10X. Talk true. Yes, so with Glow Brekete 10X, every naira they count. Now, why you fit count on Glow for 10 times the value of your recharge, whether a voice or a data? Glow Brekete 10X, now the correct plan we go switch you, your family and your friends join. Hey, oh yeah, he never finish yo. Glow Brekete 10X go summer you one-time welcome bonus of 1,000 naira, double data bonus, and even bonus night data. Everything Brekete with Glow Brekete 10X. If you want to enjoy Bracket 10X, what do you wait for? Rush go any Glow World building, kiosk, or activation center. Go collect your own Glow line. Or dial *301# to jolly. Make every naira count. Count on us for 10 times the value of your recharge with Bracket 10X. Glow, powering ambition.
Glow Unlimited.
Oh, I don't tire for them. Even for inside the semo and rice.
Store your grains and other foodstuff them fresh inside the Bako Zero Fly storage bag for up to 2 years. Where insects them no fit enter. Bako Zero Fly storage bag. They use better hermetic technology to buy insects within inside the grains. After you don't tie the bag well for 3 weeks, it go protect your grains them from insects waiting outside. Come keep them fresh and safe without any preservatives. Follow these steps for better protection. Step 1: arrange your grains and food items them inside the Bako Zero Fly storage bag. Step 2: tie the bag well so that air no go enter. Step 3: sun free, keep the bag for one corner. Bako Zero Fly storage bag. They everywhere for Nigeria and NAFDAC approve am. Buy your own today. Bako Zero Fly storage bag. Bag with the protect.
Introducing the essence of true authenticity in fragrance, Wazobia Perfume, the correct scent. A unique blend that captivates the authentic spirit of Nigeria, now available in both perfume and body spray variants. Designed for everyone. Yes, Wazobia is a unisex fragrance, perfect for both men and women. Its rich and versatile aroma is a statement of inclusivity and unity. Unleash your confidence with each and every spray. Are you a retailer or do you love to buy in bulk? We've got you covered across Nigeria. Wazobia Perfume comes in cartons of 24 bottles and the body spray is available in cartons of 48 bottles. Interested in making Wazobia Perfume a part of your collection or store? For carton purchases, contact us at the email address contact@wazobiacosmetics.ng or call us at 0201 330 0047. That is 0201 330 0047. Our team is ready to assist you with your orders. Wazobia Perfume, the correct scent. Your new signature fragrance is just a call or a click away. Authentic, unisex, confidence, Wazobia.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your number one station for talk. Let's talk.
Hey Lagos, attention all students, parents. AIMS Education Multi-Destination Sport Assessment Day is here again. You get to meet top UK and Europe university reps directly for on-the-spot assessment. You get affordable tuition fees, up to £7,000 scholarship. You get to secure a spot with as low as £2,750 deposit. No application fee, no service charge, up to 3 installments. WAEC and NECO can apply. IELTS is not required. Free visa guidance and application. There is no application fee. When is all this happening? Date 5th and 12th October 2024. Time is 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Venue is Hive Mall, plot 117 TF Koboye Maroko, Lagos. Can send an email to Nigeria at aimseducation.co.uk. Okay, so that's Nigeria at aimseducation.co.uk, or just call the number 008 437 2965 008 437 2965, or send a message on their website at www.aimseducation.co.uk. That's www.aimseducation.co.uk. This is your pathway to world-class education. So Lagos, I don't know if I'm the only one that ever dreams of a time where in Nigeria we'll have constant power supply. We'll have no noise pollutions from generators coming on here and there, or we'll have less queues at the filling station when you actually want to buy fuel for something, but people are buying fuel just so that they can put fuel in their generators. Well, this energy crisis in Nigeria and West Africa is not just an inconvenience, it's a barrier to economic growth. Power outages disrupt daily life, businesses, and stifle opportunities for millions of Nigerians. And right now, the quest for a reliable and sustainable energy source is urgent now more than ever. So Lagos, mark your calendars because the 11th edition of the Nigeria Energy 2024 conference is happening this October from October 15th to 17th at Landmark Center, Lagos. You can join an elite group gathering of industry leaders, innovators, and experts. This is your chance to witness, influence, and help shape the future of energy in Nigeria and across West Africa. You too can be a part of the movement to address our energy crisis head on and deliver lasting solutions that will light the path to a brighter and more sustainable future for our region. Be part of that solution, Lagos. Register now at www.nigeria-energy.com, okay? So that's www.nigeria-energy.com for an opportunity to join the conversation and be a catalyst for change in the Nigeria energy sector. Remember, head over to www.nigeria-energy.com and register for free in less than a minute. Be part of that change that you want to see. And before Mr. Sheriff comes on, Lagos, I'm about to tell you some things that you don't want to miss out on, okay? Still speaking of stuff that you don't want to miss out on. Have you heard? If you are wondering, heard what? Because we've been hearing you talking since. Well, calm down. The Wema Bank 545 promo season 4 has kicked off. Oh, yes, it's kicking off October 1st. And this season is going to be the biggest promo ever. Yes, the Wema Bank 545 promo season 4 is now rewarding customers daily, weekly, and monthly. They are giving out 5,000 naira to 10 winners every single day, 5,000 naira to 15 winners every week, and 1 million to 3 winners every month. And the best part of all, there's a grand prize of 5 million naira for one lucky winner. Yes, you heard me right. 5 million naira. You don't want to sleep on these Lagos. You don't want to miss out. To participate, carry out one transaction daily to qualify for the daily draws. For the weekly draws, fund your account with a minimum of 2,000 naira and transact to qualify. For the monthly draws, okay, fund your Wema Bank account with a minimum of 5,000 naira and transact at least 5 times, and keep a minimum balance of at least 5,000 naira to qualify. All this, you have to have a Wema Bank account. So yes, because all this is brought to you by Wema Bank. Remember to use the Alert app, Wema or Alert card, or just dial star 945 hash, okay, for all your transactions to qualify. Remember, the code is star 945 hash, or you use the Wema or Alert card. Do not miss out. Get in the game now and win big with the Wema 545 promo season 4. I wish you good luck.
.3 Nigeria Info. Welcome back to Hard Facts. Kemi wants to put me in yo-yo, like Yoruba people say. She wants to take all my time away. And me, I'm having a very interesting conversation here. We'll try and see if we can squeeze in Kemi much later on. But I need to utilize this time I've got with Dr. Muda Yusuf very well. It's 5:43, in fact 5:44 from our studios now. We're going to push Kemi aside. Let's quickly do what we have to do on this show because she will not allow us to talk. Dr. Muda Yusuf, thank you again for joining us. Welcome back. Let's proceed with our conversation very quickly. I was going to ask you about what to expect now, especially with businesses, because with some analysis that I've seen about how businesses, you mentioned that businesses, especially those that have facilities with banks, would be getting letters very soon. I've also read in some places where some people say, especially small, medium scale businesses would probably be letting people go. Not forgetting the fact that the data released by the MBS has seen a rise in unemployment in the country. There's also an argument as to the modalities that the MBS now uses right now. The modalities that they now use to calculate the unemployment figure, that's another thing entirely. But the figure that they release is that we now have a spike in unemployment figures. What does this, how will this impact job creation, unemployment, these two opposing indices at the same time? How will this impact these things?
Well, I mean, the response to that question is very obvious. Because when businesses are facing this multitude of challenges or headwinds from practically every quarter, definitely it will affect unemployment. The unemployment situation is likely to get worse because not many businesses have even survived up to this point. So many businesses have dropped. Quite a number are just managing to get by. Even some big businesses, as you have seen, some of them had even left the country. So it's a very, very challenging situation. It's not good for employment generation. It's not good for business sustainability. It's not good for the profitability of business. And it's also generally not good for the confidence of investors. And as you know, it is these private investors that account for over 90% of the jobs that you have in this country. So that is why some of us were worried about the step that the CBN took, because this is a time we should be looking at how to, create soft landing, both for the citizens and for businesses. Yes, those reforms have come, and many of us agree that those reforms were necessary. But seeing what the social cost of the reform has been, seeing what the impact of the reform on businesses has been, I think we should begin to tone down, gradually. That is the trend I expect to see, both from the fiscal authorities and from the monetary authorities. The fiscal authorities are already taking steps within the framework of the Economic Stabilization Plan. I've had quite a number of exciting promises and commitments by the finance minister as to what they want to do to reduce the cost of production, cost of business operations, and things like that. Those are the kind of things one would like to be hearing at this time, not to complicate matters in an already very difficult situation. So the outlook for jobs, for employment, for welfare is not looking good at all, given what is presently on the ground.
Right, Lagos, if you'd like to chime in this conversation, please feel free to call 0201 277 0993, 0201 277 0993, and 0201 465 7190. That is 0201 465 7190. WhatsApp is 0809 597 5805 on WhatsApp. If you've got messages for us, let's take one or two calls, then I will come to Dr. Muda Yusuf for his closing remark. Let's see who is here. Good evening to you.
Yeah, good evening, Doc. Good evening, sir. I've been following you for some time. You've been providing solutions. They say to be a leader, you have to be a good listener. How come the economic team that they set up are not doing all these things you are mentioning to us? How come? Please, Dr. Muda Yusuf, can you say something about that?
All right. Thank you for calling. This next time, please turn off your radio. You know this too well before you called. Dr. Yusuf, he asked a question. Do you have an answer?
Well, I don't have an answer to that. I'm not a member of the economic team. I didn't set up the economic team. I don't know how they are operating. I don't know whether they have been meeting. I don't have much information as to what exactly the economic team is doing, has done so far, and all of that. So I think that is up to those in government to answer.
I want to ask you a question regarding what the vice president said at the ONGA very late last night. He was talking about, we can say that he was speaking for the president, but he was talking about the first world countries forgiving the debt of the third world countries. Nigeria, of course, is among that. Debt forgiveness is ripe now, is ripe enough now, so that developing nations like Nigeria can meet up with some expectations. We know that it wasn't the first time we've been here. We've been here before when debt forgiveness was granted, and then we know what happened afterwards. What's your thought on this, and how would this help our economy? Do we even deserve any debt forgiveness at this point?
Well, for any debtor, it's always a good thing if your debt can be forgiven. Not minding whether you manage the facility well or not. If you can get it, I think it's a plus for us. It's a relief. But if you look at even the structure of our debt now, I think we even have more domestic debt than even foreign debt. Even if we get relief from foreign debt, the domestic debt, at least,
are still there.
Have invested in. Yes, it's still there. People have invested in bonds, treasury bills. I mean, that cannot be forgiven. But what is more important is how countries manage their economy sustainably. How they create opportunities for the entrepreneurs to be able to create wealth for their country, to be able to generate employment, create income, and create wealth. Because it is these investors that build the economy. All these economies that we see all over the place, their government creates the environment for them. Even China. You need to see the role of the state in facilitating investment. That is why so many investors are flocking to that place. Even from the West, they are going there to invest. Look at UAE. The citizen of UAE, they are just about 10 or 15% of the population. Most of the investment there are from outside of UAE. So I think that is the bigger issue, for me. If you get somebody who can forgive our debt, so be it. It's good for us. It's less burden. But what is sustainable is to address the fundamental issues of managing the economy well, to create wealth, to unlock value from all the resources that we have. And we have been blessed enough by God. So that will be my response to that.
Right, indeed. Dr. Muda Yusuf, I'm going to have to let you go right now. Thank you so much for coming through at short notice, very short notice. Thank you for answering our call, sir.
Thank you very much, Sheriff. Thank you.
Right. Lagos, we've been speaking with Dr. Muda Yusuf, Executive Director of Center for the Promotion of Private Enterprise, CPE, on the show today. And we looked at the central bank's decision, the Monetary Policy Committee's decision to increase the interest rate of the country, and how businesses, possible impact on businesses today on Balogun and Broad. So if you're on Broad Street, we know, we've talked, we've discussed this. So, and we also know that you're getting ready to accommodate this new change that is coming, or that has come. Right. We hope to drive this conversation further next week, Thursday, on Balogun and Broad. Stay here on Nigeria Info. That's a wrap on Hard Facts for today. For tomorrow, we're going to be talking about the conversation we started last week as regards the performance of the 10th National Assembly in the first 12 months in office. I'm going to be having OK on the show. OK is the founder and executive director of Order Paper Nigeria. He's going to be joining me, and this time we were about to focus on the activities of women in Parliament in the last 12 months of the 10th Assembly. They just resumed yesterday, right? Exactly. So we'll talk about that a lot more. We'll talk about newbies as well, those ones that just joined the National Assembly. We'll talk about them as well for 5 p.m. tomorrow. But then at 4 p.m., we want to talk about the reading culture. We want to talk about the writing culture. We want to talk about literature. Tomorrow on the show. That's the plan. When we always start with big three anyways. So stay here on Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow me on social media. Quadry Sheriff on Instagram, Sheriff Quadry on TikTok, Sheriff Quadry on Twitter. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
99.3 Nigeria. Nigeria Info. We are more than just radio. Subscribe to our YouTube channel at Nigeria Info FM. Check us out on Facebook at Nigeria Info 99.3. Follow us on Twitter at Nigeria Info FM and on Instagram at Nigeria Info FM Lagos for live updates as it happens. 99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.